Well, I didn't want to. Um, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to feel like I couldn't do anything else besides what society or what the theater world said that I was. So I started to, lose weight again. I tried everything. I tried so many different diets, lifestyles, things like that, and I never lost weight. Oh, I would lose like a little bit and then I would gain it all back again. And then some. And then I got depressed. And then I stopped auditioning altogether for a very long time because I couldn't afford to be healthy. Like, I physically wasn't making the money enough to eat just like meals with vegetables or meals with, or healthy meals or, plant based meals or whatever the latest thing was. I couldn't afford it. So I had to eat what I could get, which was dollar pizza, french fries, something that is very much like cheap. Um, but here's the deal. Because I grew up poor, but not in poverty. Well, the society's definition of poverty, and I was in, but we weren't in poverty because my mom made sure, we had a roof over our heads, we had food, whether or not it was healthy or not. We got clothes around income tax time, made sure we had school supplies. I went to a Catholic school, which was not easy on the family whatsoever, but I was very privileged because I got a scholarship to go there, and my grandma took out a loan for me to go there. So yeah, um, we weren't in poverty from my standpoint. There have been times we've struggled. We've struggled many, many times, but I know how to eat when you don't have food, or sorry, money, not food. I know how to eat when you don't have money, and because New York is so expensive, I it was a lot. Let's just say that. I'm not gonna go into the whole story. It's just a lot. It's a struggle. And then on top of that, I'm trying to go into the most unstable career ever. I'm not trying to bash on the theater world because I love theater. I love musicals. I love all actors. I love watching a movie and then you watch that movie and you're like, man, they are acting. Their behinds off. Really good chemistry, like everything. Like I love everything about it and I wouldn't change what I love, but I would like to change how the perception that society has of us, as well as um, just the way we pigeonhole a lot of people, and mostly people of color, unfortunately. Um, but that's like a whole other video. Anyways, so fast forward, I'm my biggest, 266 roughly, and me and my best friend decide to do Insanity on Beachbody with Mr. Shanti. I love Shanti. Shanti is amazing. Um, we made it through, I want to say, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe. I don't know. My best friend is really good at timelines. I'm horrible at it. We decided to do that together, and it was hard, but we saw the results immediately. But then I stopped. I wasn't doing it anymore. I wasn't eating very healthy. Um, it was just really hard. So I stopped. Then I went on to this TV show that came on. It was a talk show, actually. Um, I was in the audience as a paid audience member, and because I was one of my side gigs, and it was called The Revolution. Had some of my favorite people in there, like Ty Pennington, love Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and it had Tim Gunn in it. Now I love Tim Gunn. Anyways, so I was in the audience for it, and there was this girl who came on to the show. Her name is Chris Carr. If you don't know her, she is an inspiration. She had this really rare form of cancer, very young. She was also an actress, and she decided to go after not having any cure for her cancer. She decided to go on this holistic journey of trying to live healthy because she basically was going to die from it. And she wanted to find ways to live healthy the best way she can before, she goes. Well, fast forward, like, I think around that time it was like 9 years. Fast forward to 9 years, she found a way to heal her body, and to live healthy and to live with the cancer. And at that time, my grandma was looking for a way to like lose weight. She had diabetes and all kinds of things. And they gave us, as audience members, her cookbook called Crazy Sexy Kitchen? Crazy Sexy something. Can't remember. Well, her documentary is called Crazy Sexy Cancer. If you ever want to look it up, it's amazing. And I just read the book cover to cover, and she said things about the food industry that, in a way that I can understand, in a way that was funny and enjoyable. She said things about it and about how the food that we consume now is kind of making us sick and making us not feel good and making us have to go to the doctor many times and things like that. And how she, found that plant-based vegan diet, mostly raw, lifestyle was the way that she beat the cancer. She prolonged her life, and she became an advocate for people who have, terminal illnesses or um, back pain or any kind of thing that you have. She recommended this. She consulted doctors. Doctors are also in the book and everything. So I decided to become vegan, and that was about 5 years. I was vegan for 5 years, and then I had to move back home. And then it was hard after that because in Ohio, there's hardly any resources. It's gotten better now, but there's hardly any resources as far as like, you know, eating that way. But in New York, it's everywhere. This year is probably the first year, and it's only because I've had to slow down my life. Well, all of us had to have, because of the virus. Because I have asthma, I have to be in the house almost 24/7. My mom also has to be in the house almost 24/7. Well, she couldn't at the time because she was working at the hospital, but I'm was in New York. I'm still in New York, but I went back home to get away from the city, seeing as though it was the epicenter of the virus, and I needed to get out of the city. Well, because I am. That was, I mean, I work in the morning with my kids. I'm a teacher, and but after that, there's nothing else I do. So I decided that because I have to slow down my life now, I'm going to sign up for Beachbody again because I love Shanti. And from the time that I started Insanity to now, Shanti has come out with a shorter program. It's not insanity because he says it's not insanity, but it's insanity like. And it's actually better for me because of my asthma. I'm allowed to slow things down. You know, I still go hard, but like, you know. Anyways, so I decided to sign up for Beachbody again on demand and do T25. It is now my 5th day. I have stayed the course. My mom is really proud of me. And today I decided to sign up back again with Weight Watchers. So every day I'm going to do a vlog just to give myself accountability because this time I want it to work. This time I want to feel healthy. I want to go back to the way I was when I was happy. Um, when I felt good about myself. When I, you know, there are days I feel good about myself, and there's days I don't feel good about myself. But um, I realized that in high school, when I was 170, 180, when I look back at pictures, I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? Why did I think that I wasn't happy with my weight? But really, I was. I felt good. But now that I'm older, I want to get back to that. And I don't want to die prematurely, or I want to control my asthma better. I want to do all these things, but if I'm carrying all this weight, it's going to be harder and harder to do those things. So, it's my 5th day, and my first 5th day with T25, and my first day with Weight Watchers. I'm excited. I'm really nervous and scared. Scared that I'm going to end up saying, nope, I'm done. That's what I'm scared about. But here's to hoping, and here's to praying, and here's to doing this vlog every day. Okay, everyone. See you later.